I know Monday mornings is your favorite medical show, of course.
Yes, yes.
But in the past, are there other medical shows that you've watched? What are some of your favorites?
Yeah, I've dabbled in all of them at some point or another. I definitely like the more substantive shows. I mean, and that's not to be disparaging towards any of the shows that are out there. Some of the producers are my friends, but I really like Chicago Hope. I like St. Elsewhere. St. Elsewhere may have been one of my favorites. Yet the ER was really good too for the first few years. But those are good shows. I think St. Elsewhere, they explored some of these same sort of topics. They took doctors to places where I think a lot of people don't take them. Chicago Hope was just incredible characters, incredible technology in the hospitals. It was a great sort of look at medicine. So there have been some good ones.
Not naming names, or you can if you want, are there ones where you cringe and you're like, oh, come on, that doesn't happen?
Yeah.
And if you want to name names, it's fine. Although I think you're going to have a future Hollywood career, so you don't want to continue.
It's funny. There are some that make me cringe. There's some that I just won't watch, and I don't think, frankly, I'm probably their target audience, so maybe it works both ways. But one thing I'll say about sort of relationships in shows, it's funny because that's where people usually, they say, oh, come on, doctors doing this and, utility closets and whatnot. The relationships happen in hospitals. I mean, so if you're making a show that's as real as you can, as authentic as you can, a lot of these doctors, that's their whole life. They're literally in the hospital 100 hours a week. They go home 4 or 5 hours a night, and that's it, to grab their toothpaste and that sort of stuff. And I think some of them are more real than you think. Not that I'm condoning or condemning, but it's just that hospitals are a real sort of character in and of themselves, not just a place, especially for the doctors who inhabit them. That's almost their home.